this is why I picked food for one of the first ones, is because actually food is in there. Food's in there is one of those things that we need to survive. So we can't avoid it, we can't get rid of it, it's all around us. And if we've got a problem with it, we've got a problem, haven't we? So as part of our needs, we do need to eat, but sometimes it's difficult. The other aspects to that is actually we need to feel safe, we need to feel a sense of belonging, we need to feel that kind of connectedness with people, we need to have self-esteem, we need to feel good in ourselves. And then the best part of all, which is the tip of the triangle, which is to really feel fulfilled in ourselves. It's called self-actualization. But that means feeling really fulfilled, so we just feel at peace with ourselves almost. Now, over the years, this goes in an upward order, but you can skip stuff. Some of those things you don't necessarily need. But for the purposes of today, just really want you to think about, how much of that is going on for you? How much do you have what you need in terms of feeling like you've got enough food and water and shelter, feeling secure in your home? Because some of these things are the basis to resilience, they're the basis to our mental health. And if we don't have those things, it's really hard to concentrate on making changes. So the reason I'm talking about this first of all is because we can jump into our diet, but actually if it's not the right time, if actually we've got loads of other stuff going on, then it's going to be really tough. So you just need to make sure you look after yourself. You set the groundwork, you water your flower, if you like. Yeah? So, I don't know, can you think amongst yourselves how you might look after yourselves, make sure that you've got those basic needs and those securities?
Sleep.
Yeah,
100%. Because I find that my impulse is to eat bad food is far greater when I'm sleep deprived.
Me too.
Far greater.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone else get that? Yeah. So
stress from work.
Stress from work, yeah, absolutely. So again, when we're feeling really stressed, it's really hard to eat the right stuff. It's really hard to eat what's good for us or what we need. Yeah. Anyone else? Just start. So notice those things around you. If you're not sleeping, if you're quite stressed at work, all of these things are going to impact on your ability to eat as well as you would like. Okay, so take care of the groundwork first. Okay, but it's all okay, because even though we do feel stressed and even though we've got other stuff going on, we've still got the ability to form new habits. We've still got the ability to do things differently. It just takes a little bit of time. So again, some of you might come in here wanting a change yesterday. So today's workshop is all about slowing down, and that might be really hard, but just bear with me. Slowing down is really important. So we're going to be doing a few exercises to help with that. Okay. So it's kind of doing what works for you, making sure that you know yourself. Okay. So you might have tried things already and that haven't worked. Is that fair to say? Yeah. And whilst I would say, okay, we can try things and they don't work, sometimes you need to look at why it didn't work, what happened. So is it that your basic needs weren't met, you weren't in the right place, or was it something else? So here we're going to try and see whether we can get some tips to help go along with that. Okay, so. Any questions while I'm fiddling around with this?
Not yet.
No? Good, it's all clear. Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about is how does our body react to food? So, do you notice when you're feeling hungry?
I don't think I'll get to that stage of feeling hungry, I'll just eat.
Okay, so well noticed. That's really great. So anything that you notice about yourself, and I'm sure you won't be the only person, I think I do that as well. Whenever you, the start here is going to be listening to your body. Yeah? So if you don't get to that stage, then you're going to eat. Don't know whether I'm hungry or not, I'm going to eat. Actually, that's a part of keeping a habit going. You just eat just because. Yeah. So notice that in yourself. Okay. Because hunger is really important. So some of us might not notice it, but does anyone have the opposite?
Yeah, I don't get hungry.
You don't get.
No, so I feel tired and I feel lethargic, but I don't get that stomach sensation of hunger.
Okay.
That's
So,
if you're dehydrated, you get the hunger. You feel hungry, but you're not actually hungry.
Absolutely.
You're dehydrated rather than hungry.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely. So part of knowing our body is knowing what hunger is for us, and is it that it's a physical reaction and we need water? So thank you, Paul. Or is it something else? Is it that we're not noticing it for a different reason because we're sleep deprived?
I get hangry.
Yeah, me too.
Your mood changes.
Yeah.
That's a woman's thing.
That's it, I get
A little bit
that.
hangry. Yeah. So emotions, and we'll talk about the emotions a little bit later. Actually, is it something that happens because we're feeling those emotions, or is it that we're doing it to kind of deal with it? What comes first? So yeah, we can get hangry. We can maybe not be sure whether we're thirsty, or sometimes we don't even notice it. So the first point of call to changing any habit is to notice it. Notice what happens for you. Yeah. So because you need to know when you're low on energy, because actually your body's telling you something. This is something that children do and babies do really well, don't they? Try getting some food into a baby that doesn't want to eat. Okay. Because they know. Yeah, they know when they're full, they know when they're not. And this is kind of the thing that as adults sometimes we forget, or we lose it a little bit. We lose that kind of sensitivity to being aware of how our body feels and what's going on for it. And so as well as being aware of when we're hungry or actually when we're full, just as important, yeah, we also can use that as a way to get back to listening to our body, to eat what's right for us, to eat in the timings that are right for us. Yeah. Does that make sense? So I guess the wisdom is in our body, but sometimes we dismiss it. Sometimes there are all sparkling stuff and lovely shiny things and lovely looking things that kind of take our attention. But actually, evolutionary wise, hunger was a key to get ready to look for something, and you would have had to work quite hard to get your food. So, back in even just a few hundred years ago, wouldn't we? Can't go into Waitrose or Lidl or whatever, could you? There's every place that we go to, we're faced with challenges. Yeah, exactly. So we're kind of on this ancient system of I feel hungry, let me go and get my food, I'm going to forage for berries, I'm going to pluck chickens or whatever it is, you can get things so quickly these days that maybe we don't get a chance to stop. So key takeaway.
You're controlled as well, because you walk into the supermarket, you walk down High Street, you've got drinks in town, you've got all those odours coming out, and you think, I'll go and get the cake, I'll get the fresh bread.
Paul, you were on it today because odours and drinking and seeing food, smelling food, remembering food. Yeah, really important.
It's purposeful as well. They purposely do that.
Oh, they do.
McDonald's pump the smell out.
As well.
Smell around.
That's it,
They do. So actually, that reminds me. So I'm going to go to.
They make the precincts warm, don't they? So you have to go and get a drink.
Comfort.
Don't do that.
And it's warm, and then you go thirsty, and then you go and get a drink, and then you eat.
Yeah.
While you're queuing up all the foods before you get your coffee.
Yeah.
So you get a cake, you get a sandwich.
Yeah.
So it's all psychological selling, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and that's why it's really important to be aware of that. And you can be aware of it, but then it still passes you by, and there will be many reasons. But the most important thing is that you notice it, okay? Because so like you said, actually, because it's everywhere, because our hunger is there to tell us where, come on, you've got to eat food soon. Oh, not that soon, because it's a slow system in some ways. That it's helpful just to kind of be aware of what level you're at. So there's actually a difference between listening to your stomach and listening to your gut. So if you all heard that it takes about 20 minutes or so before you realise you're full. Yeah, you heard that? So if you imagine, put your fist where your stomach is, your stomach's the size of a fist, yeah? This is how much food, it can expand. But if you're being aware and you're listening to your body, you're going to feel those things. So for some of you who don't feel it, don't worry. This is why it's helpful to really practice, because you know, sometimes we don't notice it. And actually what we notice is, has anyone ever had this feeling? Oh, I'm starving! Oh my goodness, I'm so starving! And then you eat. Oh, I'm so full! I'm stuffed! Get that? Yeah? Because we haven't listened. Yeah? We haven't given ourselves time. And again, so that's why I was saying about it's all about slowing down, not just in the moment, but also with your goals and where you want to be. Yeah, as painful as it might feel, you know, these days everything's go, 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 isn't it? We want to be teleported here, there and everywhere, but we can't. But with something like hunger, it's still the same as it was, but it's still, you know, so just tuning in with that, because oh, I'm so starving, I'm stuffed 5 minutes later, is where you can really get use out of paying attention to your gut, because then you'll be able to have a choice.
Chinese food. Everyone is full up and they eat Chinese food.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that can eat Chinese food, so you're not full up in 5 minutes.
Yeah. So really good point. So the type of food that you eat, I'm not going to tell you what. I mean, Elliot's going to go through some stuff, you know, and I've got a nice picture for you guys to see. But this is up to you. Yeah. This is about what do you like, what do you know about yourselves. You know, this isn't a specified diet that you're going to follow. You know, this is about you listening to you. So you will choose sometimes to eat Chinese or I'm starving, I'm stuffed. And that's okay, because actually, again, that's part of normal eating. Yeah. So going back to what babies do, instinctual eating. You know, even grown ups who eat on instinct and, you know, listen to their body will sometimes overeat and undereat and you know, all those kinds of things. So this isn't about saying you must never. This is about being able to say, how can I choose? How can I have a choice? Rather than being an automatic pilot.